Manipulation of auction prices? Is that the kind of malfeasance we're talking about?
Not precisely. I take it that you have a sound general knowledge of the inner workings of the art world.
You mean like how artists get screwed by dealers?
I mean, can I presume you are familiar with the art world's social mores?
You mean who's fucking who?
Among other things.
This was beginning to sound interesting. Perhaps you'd better fill me in.
Mr. Kravitz will brief you himself. Mr. Gabriel Kravitz. He'll be expecting you at his apartment in the Altamont Towers at 6:30.
Bledstone had nothing more to say, so we left it at that.
I called Mike Pearson at the Post and asked if he knew anything about someone called Gabriel Kravitz. Mike said he'd check the morgue and get back to me. He called half an hour later, distracting me from the Yellow Pages where, in a desultory way, I was looking up companies that install room air conditioners, paying particular attention to ads that said, "Nobody beats our rates." "Steve on the business desk was able to help me out with you, Mr. Kravitz. He served in the Pacific, made captain. When he was discharged, he came home to Cleveland, where his family owned a small construction business. He made his first fortune cashing in on the post-war building boom, those ticky-tack estates they built on swamps in the boonies. But he hit it big time when Ike signed the Federal Aid Highway Act into law. Kravitz got contracts to construct sections of interstates all over the Midwest. He's also the man behind Tomahawk Motels. A couple of years ago, he made an unsuccessful bid to buy the Cleveland Indians, though why anyone would want to own those bums is beyond me. Mr. K's first wife, the proverbial high school sweetheart, divorced him and presumably lived very comfortably ever after. About 3 minutes later, he married a former Miss Cuyahoga County, wherever or whatever that is. That was in 1949. These days, Mrs. K pops up on the gossip pages from time to time. Seems she travels with a faster crowd than her hubby and likes to throw his money around. We had a picture of her a couple of weeks ago at some art opening in a slinky white number with a double-dip neckline. Nice build. Her name's Marion. Mrs. Wilcox, my cleaning lady, was due at 1:30, so I took the afternoon off and went to see the producers for the second time. Came out humming Springtime for Hitler, and hummed it all the way to my apartment on West 12th Street, then took a shower and wasted some time choosing between the suit and the sport coat. I decided on the sport coat. I tucked the stub of a joint into my wallet for emergencies, rode an 8th Avenue local up to the Museum of Natural History, then walked a couple of blocks south to the Altamont Towers. If you fancied living on Central Park West, but didn't want to associate with the showbiz trash that infested the Dakota, the Altamont was for you. There were a few professional suites, leased to high-end shrinks and dermatologists. The rest of the building was occupied by well-heeled families with tasteful summer homes in potato fields off the Montauk Highway, not too vulgarly close to the beach, and kids at Dalton and Riverdale. The doorman didn't like me. I could tell by the way he checked out my hair. Its length was modest by the standards of the Electric Circus or Fillmore East, but to a doorman at the Altamont Towers I looked like Mick Jagger, or maybe Janis Joplin. He stopped just short of patting me down, reluctantly consented to announce me, then summoned a flunky in a red vest who had been polishing the brass fittings in the lobby, and instructed him to take me up to Mr. Kravitz's penthouse. This kid, who exuded all the charm of a dented spittoon, led me to an elevator that carried me to the floor marked P1. He let me out into a short corridor with a sinister Rothko on one wall and a single door. As the elevator closed behind me, a maid in uniform opened the door. I told her I was Alex Novalis. She asked me in and conducted me into a sitting room, furnished with an eclectic mixture of Empire gilt and ormolu and Milan mid-century modern. It was not what I had anticipated, and the same went for the art on the walls. A couple of late Picassos, a Braque papier-collé, a Matisse from his cute girl in harem pants and nothing else period, but also a big Liechtenstein Ben Day dot panel, and a Jasper Johns flag. An inflated silver vinyl Warhol pillow floated against the ceiling near a gilded wood chandelier.